conversations online that I'm having with people that are saying you cannot invest in real estate with your retirement account, which is completely and totally false. Hello, Shane Willis, Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. We're starting to get closer to where people start thinking about taxes. So I kind of wanted to shoot this real quick because there's been some conversations online that I've had with people about syndication. And a lot of people don't know what real estate syndication is or what they can do with it. There's also been a lot of conversations online that I'm having with people that are saying you cannot invest in real estate with your retirement account, which is completely and totally false. You can. Let's talk about that section first. The way you invest in real estate with your retirement account is what's called a self-directed IRA. So you can get both a Roth and traditional, and 401ks are not off the table. I have a self-directed 401k that I invest in real estate derivatives with. Okay. So you get it just follows any other 401k. You're not going to be able to go down to TD Ameritrade or Edward Jones and ask them to do this because they don't offer this product. That's why it's called a self-directed IRA. I'm going to put a link to an interview I did about 4 years ago, interviewing a CEO of a self-directed IRA company that showed me, and this is who I use, how to take money, put it into a self-directed IRA that I control it. Now I can invest in anything I want to. Real estate, gold. If I want to put in to where we get aggregation together, we pull it all together so that it's called syndication, not aggregation, syndication. And we'll talk about that in just a second. But there is a way to do it, and it's a self-directed IRA. Once you do that, it takes about 4 or 5 weeks to set up. And there are a couple of different ones. If you guys are searching on Google, make sure when you look at your self-directed IRA, it's truly self-directed. You don't have to have a third party sign off on your investment, because there's some self-directed, or quote unquote, my air quotes are going on right now, self-directed companies out there that don't necessarily make it completely self-directed. They say it's a level of security, but if I have to move quickly on a property, say a tax deed. Let's say I found a fantastic deal on a tax deed. Well, if you win the bid at a tax deed, you've got 48 hours to put that money in there, or else you lose your deposit. With those companies, it takes a week to 2 weeks for them to review it. So now that's starting to take things off the table, and I would rather not. So, self-directed IRA. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Go listen to that interview. That's about a 40-minute interview. And to be honest, that is my most downloaded podcast episode. I think we've got something like 12 or 13,000 downloads on that particular one episode. So go listen to that one. That makes a whole lot of sense. Once you get your self-directed IRA, what is one of the things that you can do? I've had a lot of clients pull together some money. So, Bob's got $25,000. Kevin's got $25,000. Sally's got $25,000. And Jim's got $25,000. So we got $100,000. We can pull the money together, and you put $100,000 down, you literally could pick up a $500,000 property. You form a syndication, which forms an LLC, and now you're $100,000 down. You each own 25% of the new LLC. And your $100,000 down winds up getting the bank to put the other 80% because it's a business loan. Then you wind up taking over and you can pick up a $500,000 property. The genius behind this, and the guy that really teaches this a lot, and he actually has people invest with him, Grant Cardone. You've probably seen some of this floating around. He's a big 10X guy. I follow a lot of the stuff that he does just because I kind of pay attention. I don't invest with him, and that's a personal thing. I understand what he's doing, and for some people who really just want passive income and do not want to educate themselves completely, that's a serious option. You should look at it. Okay. I think that there are better options once you get a little more education, because you can get a little more local. And you can also avoid some of the international exposure that he's bringing to the table, although he calls that a diversification. And again, if you're looking at just diversifying almost like a real estate investment trust, to where you do it like a mutual fund, you just kind of put it in there and you forget it. He's a fantastic guy, so go take a look at him. But Maybe only put a portion of your self-directed 401k or self-directed IRA. Got a friend of mine that's got a little over $250,000 in self-directed IRA, and he puts some with Grant. I think he puts $10,000 or $15,000, maybe 20, but that's like 10%. The rest he either does tax lien certificates, does tax deeds. He flips through tax deeds, because think about it. If you can pick up a tax deed, or if you can pick up one of these foreclosures, I know we talked about foreclosures this week, but if you can pick up one of these foreclosures and pay cash and then be able to flip it, and then the profit goes back into your IRA or 401k, that's a fantastic way to grow the IRA or 401k, isn't it? Just be very, very careful, because as you go to flip it, the rules say because you're doing it inside of a retirement account that you personally can't do anything. So you can't do any of the rehab work. If you buy a rental inside of this, you can't manage it. That starts to get you over the line. That's why I say go listen to that one episode where I talked to that owner. He was explaining how these self-directed 401ks work. But he invests in gold. That particular guy invests in gold, silver. Again, I do tax lien certificates, and I'll do a whole nother episode on how you can invest in those. Those do fantastic. They make 16, 17, 18% rate of return. And it's all inside of my 401k, and I really don't have to do much but about twice a year. I literally spend about 4 hours, maybe 5, twice a year. And then that part of my portfolio is done. But that's all in education. So I wanted to kind of get you guys thinking about it now, because a lot of people start investing or invest quite a bit in December as you're starting to look for whatever tax benefits you need or tax shelters you need for next year's taxes. Make sure you get those investments in. Self-directed. Self-directed to me is the only way to go, even if you want to invest them in mutual funds. If you want to go with a Fidelity, that's fantastic. Put part of it with the Fidelity inside of the self-directed. You can still do the same thing. I can put that anywhere I want to. I got the tax lien certificates that I do a lot of, but I also have some owner finance properties. So the IRA, or the 401k in my case, bought a property. We put some money into it. I hired people to put some money into it. I sold it at a profit, but I owner financed it. So now every month when that payment comes in, I'm kind of like the bank. It's all pure interest going straight back into my retirement account. Just a different way of looking at things than just taking it out and stick it in your Disney stock, which has done really well since they launched Disney Plus. Disney's probably my biggest holding in my stock portfolio, and it's done really well since the benefits of Disney Plus. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you've not subscribed to get the tips, tricks, graphs, infographics, get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's 5minutesinrealestate.com. Also, get over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. Week's almost up. What you got going on? We got like 1 week till Thanksgiving. Are you a deep fried turkey or a baked turkey, or just going to do veggie-based everything? I don't know that I could do that. I'm a deep fry guy. Have a great Thursday.